Gene Hackman, one of Hollywood's most legendary actors, has captivated audiences with his remarkable performances in films like The French Connection, Unforgiven, and Enemy of the State. With his deep voice, rugged charm, and impressive range, Hackman became a household name. However, behind his iconic movie roles lies a shocking secret that was only revealed after the FBI uncovered the contents of his private bedroom chambers. In a turn of events that shocked his fans and Hollywood alike, a routine investigation led the FBI to a discovery that no one saw coming. What they found inside Hackman's home raised more questions than answers, and has sent ripples through both the entertainment industry and the public. It all started with an investigation into a completely unrelated matter. The FBI had been investigating a few seemingly unconnected individuals linked to a larger, ongoing case involving organized crime and espionage. As the investigation widened, Hackman's name came up through a series of wiretaps and surveillance that involved associates of people Hackman had occasionally interacted with during his Hollywood career. But no one, not even the agents involved, could have predicted the unexpected twist this would take. The FBI's investigation led them to Hackman's estate, where agents had been granted access to several rooms in his home. The bedroom was off limits to most, but after obtaining a search warrant, agents were allowed to search the private chambers of the actor's residence. What they discovered was absolutely shocking: hidden compartments, old documents, and cryptic items that suggested Gene Hackman had been involved in something far darker than anyone could have ever imagined. The first thing that stood out to the investigators was a hidden compartment behind a seemingly ordinary bookshelf in Hackman's bedroom. This was no typical storage space. The compartment contained rare artifacts that were tied to international black markets, pieces of art, vintage artifacts, and what appeared to be stolen historical documents. How these items came to be in Hackman's possession is still unclear, but it raised immediate red flags. The objects weren't just valuable, they were dangerous. Some of them were linked to stolen treasures from museums across Europe, and others were rumored to have ties to a larger network of smugglers. As agents dug deeper, they uncovered stacks of old letters and documents hidden inside a locked drawer. These letters were written in several languages, and their contents were coded. The letters appeared to detail a series of covert meetings, names of people not in the public eye, and instructions for exchanging goods. Some of the letters referenced dates that coincided with times Hackman was filming overseas in Europe and Asia, locations that had raised suspicions before. What's even more bizarre is the discovery of a journal that Hackman kept, detailing interactions with individuals who were known to be involved in high-level criminal organizations. These criminals weren't just run-of-the-mill gangsters but key players in a shadowy underworld. It was clear to the FBI that Hackman's involvement in these activities wasn't just incidental. Based on the documents found, it seemed like Hackman was part of a much larger operation, possibly even acting as a liaison for some of the world's most notorious criminals. As the investigation continued, more details began to surface, including names of people Hackman had once called friends in Hollywood, many of whom were now facing their own criminal inquiries. But the most astonishing part: Hackman himself seemed to be well aware of the risks he was taking, with many of his journal entries reflecting his growing paranoia and fear of being discovered. What the FBI uncovered was more than just an actor living a double life. It was the story of someone who had embedded themselves deep into a web of global crime, power, and secrecy. Hackman, a man known for playing morally complex characters on screen, seemed to have been living a complex life off-screen, one that now requires even more scrutiny. Since the FBI's discovery, Hackman has remained silent, refusing to make any public statements about the matter. His legal team has issued vague responses, offering no clarity on whether Hackman will be facing charges. Meanwhile, authorities are still piecing together the full scope of his involvement in this international conspiracy. But the biggest question remains: how deep does Hackman's involvement go? Could he have been unknowingly drawn into a world he didn't understand, or was he an active participant? And what does this mean for his legacy in Hollywood? The revelations have sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Some of Hackman's colleagues have been left stunned, struggling to reconcile the actor's on-screen persona with what has now been revealed. Hackman was always known as a professional, a man who was deeply committed to his craft, but nobody suspected he was hiding such a dark side. As the investigation progresses, many are wondering whether Hackman's story is over or if this is just the beginning of an even bigger saga. With so much yet to be uncovered, one thing is certain: Gene Hackman's legacy will never be the same again. The discovery inside his private chambers has changed everything we thought we knew about him. Will Gene Hackman face consequences for his hidden activities, or will he remain untouched by the scandal? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as shocking as we did, be sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment down below with your thoughts. What do you think Hackman's real role in all this is? Let us know.